Well, it's slugging time again for me, not only on my face, but on my neck, chest, arms, arthritic knees, you name it. I'm back to a product that I loved quite a while ago, but now I know more about it, and you will see what I'm doing with it now. So stay tuned. It's not Vaseline this time, but I still love my Vaseline. Yes, good old castor oil. I've read so much, my head is spinning about this. Now, this is what I used for probably a year or two on my face under foundation. And I know you saw many videos where I was using this. Lately, some of you have said, oh, whatever happened to castor oil? Well, I did find other things I liked better. And quite frankly, if you've used castor oil at all, you notice that it's a very sticky type of a product. And that might put a lot of you off. And as a matter of fact, for my face under my foundation, it was too sticky for me. And I didn't know that you could cut it with a carrier product at that time for something like an almond oil or something. But I did find other things. My bio oil gel, mainly is what I'm using, or my Nivea. There were so many things I did love. And by the way, pretty much all natural stuff. So I kind of stopped that. And this was the black Jamaican castor oil that I used. I did get it on Amazon. This product was by Hollywood company. And the difference between the black Jamaican castor oil and what they call cold pressed castor oil, organic, is that the black Jamaican beans, the beans that they find, I forget exactly where, are roasted. And that's why this is a darker oil. And what it makes in the difference of everything, I don't know. But for medicinal purposes, which is why I'm back using castor oil, not so much for the hair or the nails or under makeup or whatever. This time I'm more interested in what it will do, not only for my extremely dry skin, or perhaps make it just feel a little bit better from all the damage that I did all those years at the Jersey Shore, but I have heard that it can ease pain, it can reduce inflammation, all kinds of wonderful things. This cold pressed, by the way, in a glass jar. They always recommend that. And so I did pick up a bottle of this on Amazon. And that's what I am using for my slugging. And they recommend that you can put it all over your body and you will feel that stickiness. And it doesn't bother me because I'm so used to Vaseline that you can leave it on all night long. Somehow it doesn't seem to stain my sheets. I don't know why, but if it does, it would come out anyway. But I am going to give it, which most people who talk about this, so many YouTube creator people, women, are using this for all kinds of things, stretch marks and pain and whatever. And I thought, I'm going to give it a try. So they all call it a 10-day or a 30-day challenge, and then they let you know. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, mainly, I thought this was going to be good for my knees because I have those bone-on-bone arthritic knees. And one knee went last November. I collapsed with a torn meniscus, and it did take months to heal. But no surgery. Doctors decided against that. But I still have the arthritis. And I thought the other day I had an episode where I got a sharp pain in the other knee, and I thought, oh no, please, dear God, not again. I'm going to do something about it. So yesterday was my first day of actually using this, not besides today. And I smeared this over my both knees really heavily. And then I put on my knee braces. Now, my knee braces are those cloth ones, but they're strong. And I went around the house. I was puttering all day long. I didn't go anywhere. And I had them on all day. And honestly, my knees felt fine. Now, they claim that the castor oil, the benefits will sink in, especially if you have you put something on and maybe put a wrap around it. I don't know, but I think it's worth giving it a try for that. And I do know already that my dry, flaky skin is smooth. And this is what I call the winter's coming. I'm going to start putting it on my feet. I did buy from Amazon because I read about this too. That's my problem. I read about too many things and then decide, oh, maybe I'll try that. But I did buy a big bag of magnesium flakes, which is similar to the Epsom salts that we used to use, the flakes. And I am going to soak my feet in them because my feet get very dry and cracked in the winter. And then I'm going to start using this. Now, I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to, and I'll let you know how it does on my feet. I'll put it on my legs too. It's not new to me. It was in my mother's arsenal bag when I was a child, along with cod liver oil and milk of magnesia. I had all those problems, the dry skin, the constipation, and many of the time I took this. So that's that. Now, I'll let you know every once in a while how it's going and how nice and soft my leathery chest is going to get. At this point, being comfortable in my mid 80s, putting makeup on and everything, that's a bonus because it makes you feel good about yourself. But there's so many other things that you have to keep going. You have to, you have to keep your barrels moving. You have to keep your skin smooth. There's so many things. You have to eat right. You have to exercise and stay mobile. And those are the things now, as we age, that if we're going to live to these ripe old ages, we want to feel good. It's keeping this body rolling along. Well, this morning, I am doing some folding of Moosie's clothes before I go over there. And it is Friday, and today is the first World Series game with the Yankees and the Dodgers. Thus, I have my blue robe on, and of course, you know who that's for. I'm over here in Moosie's world, and I'm folding clothes. Now, Moosie's world, for those of you who are new to our channel, is a section of our little tiny 100-year-old adobe cottage down where normally I would have a nice red lounger chair for Moosie and a big love seat, and all his TV is here and all his books. Everything's down here for him. But since he had his accident, his fall, and broke his neck, at one point we had a hospital bed brought in, and of course we have all the paraphernalia that goes with it. We have the wheelchair, we have the rollator, we have the walker, we have portable potties, you name it, we have it. Exercise rubber bands and things. And when Moosie comes home, this little corner will be his for a while. Now, he might sleep in the bed. It depends on the neck brace and how he can sleep. But at least when he gets tired sitting up in a chair, he does have a bed to look straight in his TV. So I've done a load of wash yesterday for Moosie. I bring home his wash from the skilled nursing, and I'm getting everything folded to bring back to him. Now, as you know, the World Series is coming up, and he definitely wants his Dodger pants back again. So I am definitely bringing the Dodger pants now. Now, I've learned to do something new. I roll everything up, and it's easier to put in the little cabinets and drawers over there, and I might continue this process at home. So we've got the pants, we've got the skivvies, shirts, everything. Oh, of course, we've got the University of Oregon duck shirt. He's a big fan of that, and they're #1 in the college football. So he's got all his sport things in. And, of course, all his little Dodger blue shirts and everything. I have everything all rolled up here on the bed. I don't know whether you can see it. and I will put it in my shopping bag, take it back today when I'm going over there. I'm also bringing a shaver over, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. So this is all set and ready to go. And actually, it's a nice, comfy, cozy little corner for him. I've even put some autumn pumpkins and little things down here. And in this window is a picture of Moosie and I with our 6 kids. And this was taken on my 80th birthday party. They had a 50s party, all the kids. It was wonderful. So as you can see, I have cozied up Moosie's bed, his moose pillows. He has so many moose pillows, the kids keep giving them to him. So we do have an appointment with the neurosurgeon on the 6th of November to get another CT scan to see how the neck is healing. They're going to do this scan and I guess decide about how long this neck brace will stay on. Now, we have been told that it's probably 6 months, perhaps life. And you know, we've talked about it, and Moosie's okay with this. He is making progress at the skilled nursing. He is able to get himself in and out of bed and walk with his walker, and they don't like rollators in these skilled nursings because they have a feeling that with the wheels, they kind of get away from you. So he's doing really well. He has a little more strength training to do. He's trying to do squats and things too. So, but meanwhile, he just loves it there. He loves the food. You know, he lost 32 pounds in 5 weeks, which is wonderful. And I hope he didn't gain any of it back, but he has been enjoying the meals. Now, I am bringing his beard shaver. I know a lot of you like the beard and thought he looked like Hemingway, and he was very, very flattered by those remarks. I told him about those. However, it's beginning to get itchy and groggy, and he is ready to have it shaved off. He thought maybe he'd wait till he comes home. That could be as soon as 2 weeks. We don't know for sure. There's a tentative date somewhere around my birthday time, which is mid-November, and we'll see about that. We'll decide, or Medicare will decide, who knows, if he is ready to come home. And when he comes home, we will have PT probably for a couple of months where someone will come to the house 2 or 3 times a week and put him all through all sorts of exercises to keep him going. You know, when you're in a bed for a day or two at least, that's what it will do. You go back to almost square one if you're not exercising. And I've noticed that with Moosie, and he notices it too. Now, we're also going to have some occupational therapy because I think he's getting a little spoiled over there, having everything done for him. And Nanny, the caretaker here, is 87 years old as well, and she has her own problems. So we want Moosie to be able to do as much as he can in the way of pitching in, and that is helping himself a lot in the bathroom with showers and such. So that's what they'll be working on with occupational therapy, I think, mostly. So today I am slugging with castor oil. I do have it on my face. I don't have any foundation on, but I put quite a bit of it. I'm kind of greased up. I did put some eye makeup on, lipstick, and a little bit of bronzer, no foundation. And I will keep this on all day, even though I will be going over to Moosie's this afternoon. I will finish up a lot of this. Also, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, we had such a wonderful visit with Bonnie and Billy, and I want to tell you about that too. So I mentioned that Bonnie and Billy were down from Idaho for a couple of days visiting the children, Bridget and Jenny and Billy, and they had wonderful times. They drove down. Bonnie's mother has been visiting from the Philippines for quite a while now, and she came with them. And they stopped in Las Vegas. I think, did I tell you about this? Maybe I did in the last video. You know, there's so many things that are going on right now in my life. I don't know whether I'm repeating myself or not. But then they came and they had a wonderful meal down with Jenny and Billy. They went to Bridget's and they had one of these seafood extravaganzas on the table. and they had a wonderful meal there. Then they also went to Hollywood after their visit with Moosie and I, and that visit was in the skilled nursing. And I think I did tell you all this. They did go out and get a wonderful big salads, tostada salads, and we had a great visit. We took some pictures, and I'm going to put those pictures on. We've been up to Idaho to their beautiful Bear Hollow Inn and vineyards. They have vineyards and grow the grapes and make their own wine, and you name it, Bonnie hunts and catches. You can catch salmon in this beautiful river right on there across the street from them. It's a beautiful place. And Bonnie is so full of energy. It's amazing. She has gardens galore. And she brought me down, and she brought Moosie and I down, all these jams that she makes. She goes out into the woods where the bears are, and they pick huckleberries. This is supposed to be pretty rare. And she makes her own jam, huckleberry, plum jam. Now, they also have trees of all kinds. They have apple trees and walnut trees. And what was I picking one day and eating right off the tree? It was absolutely wonderful. Plums and dates and whatever. And so she sent down a bunch of her pears. She grows roses and irises and you name it. This gal is a wonder. So we did get a bunch of goodies. Every time she comes down, she brings wonderful things. You know, I am surprised. A lot of our children, Margie is such a homesteader with all the fruits I've showed you, the squash and zucchini and pumpkins. Colleen's been growing pumpkins. She has pumpkins coming out her ears. Even Matthew has been growing pumpkins and tomatoes. It's kind of fun because, and Colleen has the chickens, so we get the chicken eggs too. So I'm very, very fortunate to be able to get a lot of fresh vegetables, fruit, and eggs from several of our kids. Margie's hubby went out and bought a shaver for me or for Moosie to shave that beard off. It's very different from the one I cut his hair with. By the way, his hair is all curly and lovely, except that in the front, they shaved the front of his head where he did have a head wound that went from here down. They had put staples in it. And it doesn't look like the hair is growing back. So it looks like his forehead is quite a bit more receded. But he's ready to get rid of that beard. It's getting itchy, and I think he's over the Hemingway thing, although he was flattered at the time that you said he looked like Hemingway. But it's getting itchy, and it's interfering a lot with eating. He wants to be good old Moosie again. So Mike, Margie's husband, bought this a particular shaver, and it's for beards. And I'm kind of afraid to do it myself. In fact, even the nurses and the PT guys have been saying, let's get rid of that beard. And they all know how to do it. But the problem is you do have to take off his neck brace to be able to do it. That's why I'm not too keen on doing this, because someone has to hold his head, because he can't put his head back like that to shave. You know, there's hairs on his neck and everything. But look at this. This has all these attachments that go with this, and it should be great. So I'm going to bring this over. I'm going to leave it there. I don't think Moosie kind of wants me to do it, and I don't think I want to do it. So you might see him if we take a picture, but I'm going to put pictures of Bonnie and Billy's visit. So that was that nice one. Dubby stopped by yesterday and had a nice visit with them. I think Margie's going today. Piper, Billy's PTSD and rescue dog, made a visit to Moosie and loved him and hugged him so much. He is such a fantastic dog. I miss that doggy so much. What a beautiful border collie he is. Colleen and Micah were there 2 days ago, so he's getting to see everybody. But his big interest right now are those games. And the first World Series game is this afternoon. I'm not going to be there during that because I know his attention is going to be on TV, so he will be able to see it. So I think that might be my morning time with you today. I'll know more about his time to be released, and we're going to discuss it actually in a meeting on Monday over at the skilled nursing, and Moosie will be involved in this one. And I, right now, quite frankly, do believe he does need a little more strength gaining. That takes a long time after something like this, and it all depends on what the neurosurgeon says on this healing of the neck. I mean, how dangerous is it? Of course, it'll always be a fall risk, so we have to be very careful about that. But there's going to be a lot of doctor visits, and I'll be driving and taking him in a wheelchair. So we have all that to think about, too. So I want to thank you all, as usual, for all your watching, all your comments, and all your binging. A lot of you are going back and watching all the old videos, and I sure appreciate that too. Nanny and the Moose, that's the name of our channel. Go to our homepage and you'll see all the videos and have some fun with them. And by the way, I have another soup I'm going to make this week for you. And this one's a little bit different. I think you'll like it. I'm getting into the soup weather, and I think by next week, I'll almost be in November. So next week, I think I'm going to put on my Halloween costume, as I always do. And the kids are all excited for Halloween. They love putting on costumes, and they love going out at night with mom and dad and trick-or-treating. And some of the grandkids in their neighborhoods close off the street and have parties. And of course, they love getting the candy. I better get dressed now and be on my way, bring all Moosie's things back. If he has to change into his Dodger pants for the game, we'll see. Bye for now. See you real soon. And God bless us all.